Hi, Liz Calabro here, and welcome to my energy medicine channel. So, today I want to talk a little bit about what's going on in the world with all the energy and what we can do with it so that we can work with it so that it can help us instead of letting it consume us. So, we really want to harness what's going on in the world to help us to create, to help us to elevate. So, if you've been feeling consumed at all by kind of what's going on in the world, as there's a lot of chaos and a lot of energy forces going on, then you've come to the right place. So first, I want to explain a little bit about what's going on with the planets. So the planets that are around the Earth have certain influences on us. So each one has a different gravitational pull on our body that can influence our emotions, our beliefs, our physical energy, the way that we communicate, our drive. So a lot of different things that go on with ourselves, our mind and our body. So we've had a lot of planets in what's called a retrograde recently. So retrograde times are when where we are on Earth as the planets are orbiting, they look almost like they are not moving or going backwards. So basically what this means is that from where we are on Earth, whatever influence that planet has on us, it turns to an inward influence during that retrograde time. So as that planet looks like it's almost not moving or moving backwards, it's a time when we are really in stillness. So a lot of people look at retrogrades like it's a negative thing, but it's actually a very positive thing because this is a time that we can really be still and go inward and try to figure out based off of what's coming up, what triggers we feel, what uncomfortableness we may be feeling, or just things that we're noticing. What can we do with this? What is this trying to teach us? So just taking some time to really reflect. So over the last couple months, it's been a lot of these uncomfortable times, these triggers coming up, this, uncertainty and this chaos that we've been recognizing in the world. And as we look at it and really sit with it, what is this trying to teach us? So you may have been noticing that your mindset is shifting, your goals are shifting. Things that you used to think were true are not true. So a lot of those things that used to hold you back, those limiting beliefs, are starting to come up. They may be triggered over and over and over again until we figure it out, which sometimes is annoying and frustrating for sure, but they're coming up for a reason to teach us a lesson. So look at them. Sit with it, talk to someone, talk it out, figure out what is this trying to teach me. So that's what's been going on recently with a lot of the retrogrades. Something else that's been happening with this retrograde time and the pattern that the planets are currently in is just a lot of clearing and cleaning. So old karma is being wiped clean. Sometimes, it comes up in a not the best way, but it's really being cleared. It's showing up to be healed. So that's been a super powerful thing that's been going on recently. And it may seem like it's in a little bit of chaos that you're experiencing it, but it's being cleared and healed for a purpose. So think about it like you are redoing something, like a room or whatever it may be. When you're prepping for that newness, that rebirth, you have to clear out in the process. So you're gonna find old junk, dust, cobwebs. Things are gonna seem jumbled and all over the place. But ultimately, as it all settles down, you experience so much peace, so much clarity, newness, growth, transformation. So karma goes deep, deep, deep within and super far into the past and even to past lives and ancestral trauma that we can have passed down to us. So a lot of that karma is coming up right now to be seen and to be cleared, to know that you are not still living in that. Can you detach from whatever that is, to know that that's not your current reality right now? So that's a big lesson on karma that's also coming up. Another thing that's been coming up just with all the planets is a huge crumbling down of old foundations, old ways of being, and a lot of just waking up to the truth. So really aligned with those limitations versus growth. We're really overcoming a lot of limiting beliefs, but this goes much further than just within us, but really within the whole world. The whole world is really experiencing this big crumbling down and waking up to what is true and what is real and where we need to go together. So that is really something that is beautiful. So if you've been experiencing any kind of uncertainty, just trust that this is all happening for a greater purpose. So anytime that we have this rebirth coming, it first requires this deconstruction, the collapse of the old. A lot of the patterns that are especially being affected are social and civil patterns. So really noticing what's going on within the world, the government, all these countries, and also socially, how we interact with others. And very often that reflects how we feel about ourselves too. As any time that we have interactions with others socially, they are a mirror to what is going on within ourselves. So anytime that you experience these interactions that you're like, ooh, that made me feel some kind of way, what's going on within? What was that interaction teaching you? And is it getting rid of an old limiting belief or an old pattern to really show you the way that you want to be, that, something that aligns with your purpose, something that is the truth? So a lot of this is happening to really activate new wisdom in us, new building blocks for us as a nation and also as a world, and even greater as a universe. So collectively, we are really upgrading to a higher consciousness. And this consciousness, this awareness that we're upgrading to, is really connecting and aligning our heart with our mind, so that as our heart and our mind align together, we may know the truth and we may elevate them together, so that our thoughts and our feelings connect and make sense. So whatever we think really affects how we feel, and sometimes they are not in sync. So we want to make sure that we're looking at, okay, what am I thinking? What am I feeling? Because whatever you're thinking, whatever you're feeling is always going to impact what you do, your actions. And you don't want your mind to hijack you with things that are not true. Or you don't want these old emotions to really consume you from being able to create and feel free. So a lot of what's going on is also just upgrading our consciousness, upgrading our heart and our mind, and then aligning them. So along with this, we are in a very awesome time right now. So right now, there's a lot of things going on in the universe with our energy fields. So recently, there's been a drop in the magnetic shields of the Earth. And this is happening so that we can actually feel more influence from the planets and from all of these cosmic forces. And since this has been happening, people also have been noticing different peaks and spikes in our own electromagnetic field, our own aura as humans. So our frequency is actually elevating. So as we absorb these cosmic influences, we are elevating as a collective. So there is a comet, it's called Neowise, that was super close to the Earth on July 22nd and 23rd. So this comet orbits about every 6,800 years or so. The last time that it was this close was in 4747 BC. So that's very cool. If you're into angel numbers, also 4747 is super powerful. So you can always look that up if you're curious. Physically, this comet also, as it was just super close a couple days ago, it's dropping minerals onto the Earth as it comes so close. And these minerals are gifts to help our planet and to help us as humans to really upgrade to this higher consciousness. So I really encourage you to also spend a lot of time outside in nature. Nature is very grounding, and when you feel kind of off and just are not sure, like, how do I fix this? I feel so off. It's very simple. Just go outside, put your bare feet right on the grass, and just allow your energy field to really connect into the earth. So the earth has a lot of what's called negative ions, and anytime that we're under stress, we create positive ions. So by standing with your feet right in the grass, you can actually allow the earth to help to neutralize a lot of these ions in your body, to help you feel more grounded and to really connect more into the energetic frequencies of the earth, so that as all of these shifts are happening and as all of these pulls from the planets and the cosmos are happening, you can stay a little bit more grounded and aligned during these transitions. So that's very key. I really recommend it. Even like a minute standing outside in the grass is so powerful, because some of these forces have just been eruptive. They're super powerful, so you may be experiencing these intense waves, but they're happening so that we can really awaken and really have these intense, powerful revelations. So it's actually a super powerful time if you look at it in that sense of all of these opportunities are here waiting for you. So just hang tight, and we're in this together. So I really encourage you to elevate your frequency and take advantage of the universe helping you to push into these quantum leaps. And know that you're not alone in this, and that we're really experiencing this collectively together. So really focusing on super positive emotions and themes of love and compassion, unity. So these will help you in elevating and in staying grounded. So focus on really feeling grateful without feeling any sort of consumption by feeling lack or scarcity. So gratitude really enhances the emotion of abundance in us to help us really receive and allow this light to come into our beings. So one more thing that I want to talk about with what's going on in the energy right now is that there's a big portal open. This portal opened on the 26th, and it's open until August 12th. And right in the middle of this portal, we have two big days. We have a full moon on August 3rd. This full moon is in the sign of Aquarius. And then we also have something called the Lion's Gate, which is on August 8th. These two dates are super powerful and really resonate a lot with our hearts, as right now the sun is in the sign of Leo, and Leo is all about the heart. So the full moon is really going to assist you in opening up your heart to allow in this abundance, this love, this light, this new information. And since the full moon is in the sign of Aquarius, and Aquarius is all about the mind, and it's also an air sign, so it's a lot of this balance and new information coming in, it's really going to help to align our mind also with our heart, so that we can really get the most out of it through more awareness and more awakening and healing and aligning our hearts and our minds. With the Lion's Gate on the 8th, this is a time when there's a certain star called Sirius that's going to be super, super close to the Earth. It is the closest star that we can see, minus the sun, but it's also 26 times bigger than the sun. So it's super, super powerful. So as this star comes super close to the Earth, it brings a lot of light to us. So the star Sirius also symbolizes abundance. So it's beautiful that this star Sirius is coming during this time of Leo, as the sun is in Leo right now, and during this full moon in Aquarius time as well. So a lot of light coming into the heart, a lot of abundance, a lot of awakening, and a lot of aligning our hearts with our minds. So these high vibrational frequencies are awakening our DNA and also activating our energy fields. So they are impacting literally the smallest physical part of our body, every single piece of us, which really comes down to how we're made of energy. And it's impacting this for us on a cellular level. So as it activates our DNA, we are experiencing something that's called receiving light codes. It's literally waking up what makes us as beings so that we can really elevate our consciousness. So it may seem like you're going through a lot and you're like, what the heck's going on in the world? There's so many emotions I'm feeling, so many thoughts, uncertainty and doubt, limitations, and just pulls, triggers from the past. But this is all coming up to be cleared and then to help you really elevate. So as we are made of energy, energy cannot be created or destroyed. What's happening is that our energy is literally being transmuted and transformed into more love, light, and abundance. So this is beautiful. Just, you have to allow it. It's just so key. Staying grounded and just allowing and just sitting with whatever you may feel, accepting these messages and just allowing yourself to transform is how you're going to stay on top of all of this. So I invite you in my next video to join me in a meditation, allowing this light in to help transmute any darkness into light in our body. And we're going to be doing this with the assistance of the archangels. So there's 4 cardinal archangels that I love to call upon. So there is Archangel Michael, who really defends us in battle and really helps to protect us against fear. There's Archangel Raphael, who's the Archangel of Healing and also the Archangel of the Heart, to really help protect your heart, illuminate it with the truth, and to really bring you closer to love in many forms. So spiritual love, physical love, emotional love, to really help unify your mind, body, and spirit. There's also Archangel Uriel, who's super powerful in helping to communicate with us through many ways, whether it be you seeing signs, being out in nature, or, through other people. Sometimes we receive messages. So Archangel Uriel really helps with that communication piece, as well as Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel is super powerful in sending messages to us and really being that white light. So it's beautiful. So join me in this meditation, which we'll do right after this, in helping us to illuminate our whole beings, to really transmute and observe this transformation of energy within our bodies. All right, so hang on, and I hope you can stay for the meditation. All right, enjoy. Bye.